Hi everyone, welcome to day one. As I said in the welcome video, today is about you, all about you, and a little bit about your previous relationships with previous pets. So if this is your first pet ever, try and adapt the following little things. But at the same time, if it's not, there's a couple of things in this day that will be of service to you. But before we go anywhere with that sort of stuff, I'm going to start each video, each day, with something tantric. And today, it's a breathwork practice. Highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. It's been very potent for me. Helps me all the time to get out of my head and into my body and to be present in the moment. Take myself, if I ever feel any stress or frustration or anything, because that's what usually happens when we deal with anything in the past. It's a case of it brings us back here. Plus this is going to help you because we're dealing with past stuff. We're going to deal with fears and emotions and beliefs and all this sort of potent things that it's a case of breath is important. So yes, take us out of our monkey mind that's all that chatter, and back into ourselves and ground and center and stuff. So I will first talk you through it, then we'll do it for a little bit, but I want you to then go away. You can pause the video and do it, or whatever works for you sort of thing, but I want you to do it, and I want you to share with the word #breath. Share with the #breath anything that comes up for you. Any thoughts, beliefs, feelings, smells, anything that comes up for you while you're doing the breath work practice or process, please share in the group, okay? Because it's all interrelated and interconnected, believe it or not. So, all right, let's talk through it first. First, of course, find somewhere comfortable to sit, stand, inside, outside, just find somewhere. Listen to your intuition if you need to. If you really want to do it really potently, try and listen to your intuition. And that's the first thing you thought of just then. Where should I stand, sit, where should I go to do this? The first thought that came into your head, don't question it, go there. Okay, so whatever you're doing, be comfortable. Shake it out a bit, stretch it out a bit. Do whatever you need to do just to get back here, right? Now, when we do the breath work, word breathing, I'm going to take the camera a little down. We're going to breathe in through our stomach and out through our mouth. So the rest of it is actually not important right now. So, all right, ready? So, expand it and then out. Okay? In through the stomach, expand it, and out through the mouth. Yes, Gary is next to me. So what we're going to do is do that. And if you can, and if you feel like you can, say the word lull. See where your tongue fell? Lull. All right, so when you do the in-breath, go, have your tongue resting gently. There. And on the out-breath, just relax your tongue. Don't need to keep it there. Just relax your tongue. If you need to keep a little bit of water nearby, it would be handy. You could possibly get dry throat or what have you. If anything comes up, it's good to have the water handy, helps us stay hydrated, grounded, and centered. So, all right, we'll do this for a couple of breaths. Then I'll ask you to pause the video, stop it, do it, and before we continue on, okay? It's vitally important. All right. I'm going to move my mouse out of the way. Gary can have that. All right, ready? Wherever you are, we're going to breathe in. And you'll notice I didn't hold on to the breath. Breathe in and out. Do not hold on to that breath. As soon as you feel your stomach up, breathe it out. So I ask for you to stop or pause the video here and to continue. Okay, now that you've done that, hopefully you have paused it and stopped it, we're going on to what we're actually going to do. Two things we're going to do today. If you're familiar with journaling, this might come easy to you. If you're not, then something new. But it's going to be a good skill to learn. And here's the beautiful thing, you don't have to write it out. If you want to write it out and share it in the group and you feel drawn to do so, do so. This is a safe container, no judgment zone here, and you're safe to do so. But at the same time, I'm the type of person, I actually like to audio journal. I actually do video, voice memos on my phone a lot. And sometimes I need to even do that. I'll just be doing that, breath work, ground center myself, and just let it go and go with it and what comes out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to learn a bit about how I've been taught to journal, how you do whatever you've been taught to journal. Okay, in the end, I'm going to share stuff that works for me, but if you have already something similar that works for you, please use it. Okay, this is what it's about. You do have the answers, and I'm skilling you up, basically, skilled up, tooled up, sort of things so you can have a better relationship with yourself and ultimately your senior pets. Okay, because this has helped me with Marnie a lot, and it really does. Okay, so all right, what we do, I'm going to give you a couple of questions and go through this process that I've got it written down here, but if you want me to copy this and put it in the group, feel free to tell me. But otherwise, if you think you can go along with the video, please do. Alrighty. First, with this mindset practice, we've got to embrace the fear. What are you afraid of? And write it down. Basically, start with this sentence. I am feeling scared that / about. Can be in regards to your senior pets. This is a senior pets Golden Oldie challenge, so it can be in regards to that. Can be in regards to that. Can be in regards to anything in your life you want to share that you think is relevant. So embrace the fear. I am feeling scared that. I am feeling scared about. And keep going. Write it down, go into it, embrace the anxiety. This is where the breathing's potent. Embrace the anxiety that may be coming up and go into that really uncomfortable place and acknowledge it, because this is how you bust through the fears. It needs to be brought up from that dark, murky place into the light and seen. And once it does, it will dissolve. It might be a fear you're constantly working on. That's okay. It is what it is. So once again, I'm feeling scared that / I'm feeling scared that, or I'm feeling scared about. Pause the video here, and I'll let you go do it. And then press, of course, pause, stop, whatever, continue on with the next part of it. Or basically write it down and do it later. Okay. Then basically once you've done that and use, like I said, the breathwork practice we just did, when the anxieties come up, it's okay, use the breath. Feel uncomfortable, allow the breath to help you with that. Now we rewire those beliefs. Now we're going to go from that fear and dissolve it, release it, and rewire your beliefs. So ask questions such as, what do you want to believe? How do you want to feel? So ask yourself these questions. What do I want to believe? How do I want to feel? What do I really, really want to experience, and how do I want to feel about it? It being whatever the fear is, like the opposite of it in a way, if you know what I mean. And how do you want to feel if this was your reality? Yeah. So you can start with, this is just promptings, some promptings. You can start with, I can see now that, I'll repeat, I can see now that I am in the process of, I'm in the process of, fill out. I am starting to see that. You can use any of these promptings, by the way. You don't have to use all of them, just any of them, whatever you feel prompted to use. I am starting to see that. I'm choosing to see it differently. So this is what's called bridging beliefs. We need to do bridging beliefs before the I am statements to help you get to the place of I am. So we've gone into the fear. Now we're bridging from the fear to the I am as such. I am is the goal, but we have to prepare ourselves for it so you will actually believe it. Yes, so you've got the fear, you've delved into that uncomfortable place. Now we're doing the bridging beliefs. I'll repeat. Keep writing until you come to a place of really feeling like you are starting to believe these new beliefs, or at least getting close to them. So like I said, this is why I sometimes like to do it audio. I like saying certain things and then I can really feel it in my body. But that's just me. You do what works for you. I'll repeat all this again. Ask yourself questions such as, what do you want to believe? How do you want to feel? What do you really, really want to experience, and how do you want to feel about it? How would you feel if this was your reality? I can see now that. I'm in the process of. I'm starting to see that. I'm choosing to see it differently. Right, pause here. I'll just stop and pause, and before we go on to the next part of this process. Okay, alrighty, so hopefully you've done all that. If you haven't, just write it all down and do it later, of course. Share in the group anything that comes up. If you want to share this process in the group, feel free, whatever you feel, like sharing. Okay, now we go into how do you need to show up for these beliefs to be true? So you've gone the rewiring beliefs, like back what you've just been doing. Right, how do you need to show up for these beliefs to be true? What actions do you need to take today and consistently / daily to show up in this way? Repeat. Now, all those beliefs that you've kept writing out or saying or whatever you feel like in regards to the journaling sort of thing, what do you need to do to show up for these beliefs to be true? What actions do you need to take today and consistently, daily, to show up in this way? So share, definitely. If you don't want to share the previous part, I do ask that you share this part, because then we can all hold you accountable. Okay? So how do you need to show up for these beliefs to be true? What actions do you need to take today and consistently show up this way? Post them in the group and we'll hold you accountable. We'll be there for you and support you. Okay? So that's the first one. That's the first one. There's actually a second one, and this is an optional extra. Okay? I'm going to say this is an optional extra if you want to do it. You don't have to do it, but it'll be nice. It would be really, really good if you could do it. Okay? So all you have to do is type into the group, I commit to, right? But answer this question. Okay, I'm going to type it up in the video, of course. What do I need to commit to learning and cultivating so I live from empowering beliefs? So it's related to what we just did before, okay? So just type in the group, what are the actions and what are you committing to doing? Okay? So then you commit to learning, cultivating so you live from more empowering beliefs. Optional extra, that little bit. But this next one actually is the optional extra. It's called a letter of completion or closure. And this is very potent if you've had cats previously, dogs, any pets that have passed over, and and it really helps deal with that grief, because to be honest, it's still in there. Grief, in my personal beliefs and opinions and what I have experienced, we absorb it. We really do. We do release it. We release the emotion, we release the energy, and it goes out, but then we also absorb it, and it becomes part of us, and it actually, in my opinion, makes our heart our whole being grow. It's actually a growth. It's the whole pain before pleasure thing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That's me. That's what I believe. You feel free to share your own on that. It's okay. All right, so write a letter to your pet. So this is especially if you've had a senior pet recently transition and you've got another senior pet, so you'll need to deal with the grief. This can help. Okay, write a letter to your pet so you would like to get closure and completion on. Of course, the great thing about this practice is that you can use this over and over again, and you can actually use it for a lot of kind of relationships, human as well. So if you do want to use it for humans, this is the thing about this. A lot of this can be used for humans. Recommend you do this to anyone you have trauma or falling out with and still feel some attachment to. It is also quite useful when you have any kind of conflict with someone to use the questions, write out the answers, and then use them to have a conversation with the person. The power of integrity works miracles. Below are questions that will take you through the following, which needs to be in the letter. Intention for the letter in your relationships, identifying what you appreciate, acknowledge about them, get related to how your behavior impacted them, create new possibilities, create new agreements, commit to yourself and your relationships. So like I said, I'm focusing on previous relationships with previous pets, so you can get closure on those. If you haven't had a previous pet, that's okay. Just put this away as something you'll do in the future. Alrighty, first you start with, what is my intention for writing this letter? I'll repeat. What is my intention for writing this letter? I'll let you write that down. Then answer, what if anything has been left unsaid, or is there anything else I really feel I need closure about? What, if anything, has been left unsaid, or is there anything else I feel need closure about? I'll let you write that out. Okay, next one. What is the intention for this relationship or my future relationships now? So you can use this for your pets. It's a relationship. What is the intention for this relationship or for my future relationships now? What can I acknowledge and appreciate the pet for that I may have been too in my story to see? What can I acknowledge and appreciate the pet for that I may have been too in my story to see? What am I now taking responsibility for in regards to this relationship? What am I now taking responsibility for in regards to this relationship? What is the impact my behavior had on them? What is the impact my behavior had on them? What possibilities do I want to create for the future, either without this pet? Sorry. What possibilities do I want to create for the future without this pet? Because this is a previous pet, it's passed over. So what possibilities do I want to create for the future without this pet? What are the agreements I need to make inside of these new possibilities? What are the agreements I need to make inside of these new possibilities? What am I now committed to in my relationships? What am I now committed to in my relationships? So in your present relationships, especially with your pets. current pets, your senior pets. What am I now committed to in my relationships? And then that's the promptings, and start your letter. Then at the end of your letter, there's something I want you to write. I want you to write, I now release you from and revoke all the promises, agreements, commitments, and contracts you made to me. There's soul contracts, soul agreements, and all this sort of stuff. So I now release you from and revoke all the promises, agreements, commitments, and contracts you made to me. Very potent stuff. And do what you want to do with that letter. This is a letter of completion or closure. It's supposed to help you, okay? It has helped me with lots of things. I haven't used it for pets specifically, so I would love your feedback on that. You are my beta testers. I am throwing stuff out there, though, that I have used in regards to various things, and if it works, it works. If you feel it's like a bit awkward, doesn't really work, feel free to give me feedback. But definitely do the journaling, please. Please definitely do the journaling, and if you would like me to write this out, I will. But give me feedback on that if you want me to actually make it a thing, a document. But if you're happy with me just saying it on the video, give me your feedback and everything on that. So, and also give me your feedback if you wanted me to actually go live, do this on the video live as such, the journaling myself, so you can see how I personally do it, sort of thing. So that's up to you. Alrighty, well, thank you. I'll upload this video like I am doing every day onto YouTube, and then I'll post it into the group. It's only because that's easiest, to be honest, right now. And well, no one has problems with YouTube videos as far as I'm aware. So yes, I'm open to any of all your feedback right now. Definitely please share what happened with you in regards to the breath exercise. Use the hashtag breath, and then whatever, thoughts, feelings, emotions, sounds, smells, whatever, please share. And then of course, if you want to, and if you feel you're okay to, please share about the journaling exercise, especially the last part, the actions and what you're committing to. Okay, so yep, I'll talk to you in the group. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Blessings.